Hello everyone, my name is Cindy, and today I am going to talk to you about Google News and specifically how to save searches and topics on it. So if you didn't know, Google News is essentially this aggregate of news sites that Google puts out. They've had it for almost 20 years at this point, and it's a collection of headlines, top stories from the US, from the world, from your local site, and they do also try to kind of go with some of the searches you make on Google to give you a more personalized experience. And today we're essentially just going to get a quick look at it and then also look into how we save searches and topics. So first off, to get to Google News, it is just news.google.com. And if you forget how to get to Google News at news.google.com, you can also always go to a search engine and essentially just type in Google News, and it will pop right up over here. So you can either do a basic search or just go to news.google.com. And what you're going to get immediately are a bunch of headlines, things that are currently being talked about. You'll also see that there is a fact check section. So if you wanted to fact check something, the big stuff is right over here. And then you can just kind of scroll down the dashboard and that will take you to things based on your interest, the US, and a bunch of other stuff. You can also just look on the left-hand side at some different topics. For example, if you wanted to find more information about COVID-19, they have that now, and that will take you to a bunch of different information about COVID-19. You can also look into things like sports or science, and that will take you to current news stories about sports and science. These stories come from all over CNN, NPR, USA Today, The Washington Post, Newsweek, just a bunch of different sites. All right, so let's talk about how you're going to save a search or topic. So, for example, let's say that you wanted to learn about Indigenous Peoples Day. Right. So you can type in Indigenous Peoples Day at the search bar up top. You can see that there are two different options. One is this first one, which has topic next to it, and the other just has the little search window next to it. So if it says topic, it is a topic. That means it is something that Google News has kind of tagged as, oh, this is a big thing that a lot of people are interested in. And so yeah, I'd like to learn more about the topic, Indigenous Peoples Day. So I click on that, and it takes me to a bunch of stories about Indigenous Peoples Day, and you can just look through it. The really important part is here where it says follow. So if I click on follow this topic, that means I'm going to be able to kind of tag this as something that I'm interested in. Likewise, if I'm interested in a specific topic, I can bookmark it for later. I can share it with my friends or families, and I can also just say, oh, do I want to hide all stories from the Wall Street Journal? Do I want to see more stories like this, fewer stories like this, and essentially continuously update my preferences. So I do have my little my little blue star checked, which means I am following this. So if I go here to the left-hand side and click on following, you can see that it is now underneath my topics. But I also want to be able to save a search. Now, you can save any particular kind of search that you want. For example, if there is a fire locally that you want to learn about, you can search for that. If there is maybe a missing child that you want to know about and make sure they're safe, you can save that search. You can also save silly things like a bunch of dice falling off a truck onto a highway. You can kind of search for anything and save it. So I'm just gonna try to search for something. Let's see. New books. This didn't necessarily get me to where I wanted. So let's try to refine my search. So you see I just looked for new books and it took me here. It's assuming that what I want to do is I want to follow the New York Review of Books. And that's not what I wanted. I wanted to look up new books, like current new books. So when I click back on search, now it's saying, well, why didn't you look up New Books 2020? So I can do that. And this is more of what I was hoping for. Here are some books that came out in October, and there's a bunch of different sources so I can look through them. And I want to save this result. I want to be able to come back every month and check and see what new books are this year. So I'm just going to hit save. And I've saved this search, and that's literally as easy as it is. So now if I go back to my left-hand side where it says saved searches, I can click on that. And I now have New Books 2020. And when I click on that, it's going to get me a bunch of stories about new books this year. And I can come back in a week, in a month, in 2 months, and this search is going to be updated. Because you see it adds new things from a few days ago, from more than a week ago, and it lets you know that those are there. So I have followed a topic, Indigenous Peoples Day, and I have also saved a search, New Books 2020. And that's basically as easy as it is. You just type in a topic or a search in the search bar, and where it gives you the option to click on the little save bar or the follow bar, you can just do that. And then you can double check your following save search for you sections. And you will have those topics saved until you click here and decide you don't want to save it anymore. So I hope you found this quick walkthrough into Google News and how to save searches and topics helpful. And if you have a question, feel free to comment on the video or on our Facebook page, and I'd be happy to help walk you through this process or help you refine this process to make sure that you get to find the information you're looking for. So have a great day. Bye-bye.